Hi guys.
Hi guys.
My name is Lashe.
My name is Shegun.
You never told them you love them.
Okay, I love you.
We love you.
Is everything fine now?
We love you.
I have this general phrase that, or the general belief,
Yeah.
that Nigerians will survive anywhere. In fact, Nigerians are very resilient. They're good. They're strong. They can endure. They can fit in anywhere and all. And in the real sense, it's because we are underdiagnosed. It's because we are underdiagnosed.
What do you mean by underdiagnosed?
If they check us very well,
we are not right. He said it's not me.
Mental illness. So if we actually take our mental health seriously, you notice that, or you will discover that statement, Nigerians should survive anywhere,
has messed us up.
Is just overestimating what we can do, or who we are, or our strengths. We don't pay attention to our mental health. And it's not as if I even pay attention to mine anyway. But yes, we're talking. Let's just talk about let's just talk about it.
Let's just act as if
as if we care. Yes, like
we are the one that our mental health is in check.
Yes. That's what few weeks ago. Not few weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago. One of my colleague, a friend as well, was talking about how the plan, she's let me laugh.
I don't even know what you want to say, but I'm laughing already.
So she and another friend of ours, another mutual friend, a lady as well. So apparently I'm the only guy. So she was talking about how they are planning to visit a therapist.
So
how they are planning to visit a therapist.
How is that funny?
How they visit the therapist that they want to talk about their mental situation and all, that it doesn't look like they are okay mentally and all. And they invited and said, do you want to join us? I said, me, I'm not mad.
How can you even say that?
Oh, Jesus. So, to the extent that, the following day I was like, this is your mad people asylum that people are going to. He said, we're not going to mad people asylum, you're going to therapy. I said, that is it. Because if you are not mentally sick, what are you going to do with a therapist? So it's just not a joke, and it's a function of, the joke is even coming as a function of how we grew up. So when you hear people saying they are going to a therapist too, not even what's this thing that they have in Yaba? Not even a psychiatric hospital. No, normally people that are not even mad, people go there. that they are not mad yet. That probably you just feel you're not fine or something. You go there, get drugs and all. I imagine coming out of Yaba left, coming from Aro in Abeokuta, and or you said you went to the hospital to get some drugs and say, which hospital? And you say it's Aro in Abeokuta. So I think so in the real sense, we're not actually just some behavior from Nigerians, both home and abroad. I'd be like, normal people will not do this. And we've seen that the normal thing and all. So we don't seek help enough when it comes to our mental health. And it's because we lie to ourselves that we're strong.
We're strong.
Yeah, we're strong. We
bottle it up.
Yeah.
We feel like we can deal with it. Like, if life gives you lemon, make lemonade.
And in the risk, yeah. Yeah, it was on the bomb.
Says, please, if life gives you lemon, I jack somebody else's apple.
Trash it. Lemon is not in it, just trash it, I beg. So in the long run, you find out that we're not actually solving the problem. We're not dealing with anything, we're just avoiding it.
The problem is still there.
Yeah, so what we do is avoid it. So instead of really, it's just like husband and wife at home having a problem. There's evidently an elephant in the room. So we just pretend as if it's not there. Just pick shifts, pack shifts. By the time By the time you do it, pick shifts, pick extra shifts. At your work, they say there's an extra shift, and I'm taking it. So you don't even have time to think about anything. And before you know it, it's 2 years, it's 3 years. And you're already counting the 3 years anniversary, 4 years anniversary, 5 years anniversary. 5 years of what? That's just on that side. Same to your mental health. At some point, you see a lot of people, let's say in the diaspora now, just call. Anyway, actually, you just call their friends and you notice that they're just talking. The talk does not have head, does not have tail. They just want to rant. That is mental health problem.
Mental health problem.
So people that
bottled it up, now you just want to pour it out. Because I feel like at that point it has gotten to you and you are over. I'm not talking to you now.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for clarifying.
Well, I can't say
it's not as if it's a problem anyway.
Exactly. But you've bottled it up, and then at that point you just want to let it all out, because at that point you are feeling overwhelmed already. But now, then again, I would agree to what you said about Nigerians surviving anywhere. If you tell somebody in Nigeria that you are depressed, they will say,
"There's a go 100. Do you have lights?
Have you eaten? Have you eaten?
So you are depressed or you are broke?
Or you are? Have you eaten? Like, what's up with your bank account? Are you okay?" Or if you say, "Oh God, I'm anxious about this thing," they'll say, "Have you prayed about it?" They just divert it to spirituality.
It's just an escape. So we basically just not dealing with anything. We escaping stuff. That's what we do. So if you look at any sort of solution they're going to give to mental health in Nigeria is like go away from it. That is
like the problem is you just maneuver.
You maneuver your way around it. It's not tackling it. And I'm not saying whether it's good or bad. Sincerely, if you are able to do it that way and then you leave the problem behind, it's good. But most of the time, the problem does not go. You still have to face it. So some people.
What's this course in Nigeria that you have to do for you to be a therapist? I'm not sure, but I don't know the name of the course. But something like counseling, something like that.
Guidance and counseling.
Maybe.
No, guidance and counseling is even.
I think
it's supposed to be even different. Yeah.
It's guidance and counseling. I think so, because my mom did it. So a lady came to our house one time. And you know how uncles we ask, "Oh, what course are you studying in school?" Blah blah blah. And then the lady said, "Oh, I'm studying guidance and counseling." And everybody in the room laughed. Ask me why they laughed.
Do you know it's actually, apart from it's not been a cultural thing for us in Nigeria, here is expensive. If you stand up now and say you want to visit a therapist,
my dear,
by the time you get it,
starts from £80.
Why will I not go back home and think of my life?
That £80, they'll say, "Please send it."
So if I use that £80 and eat and buy fish, buy what's it called, and stock the freezer, and
they feel like you should be fine. Just be looking at your food.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Yeah, you've seen people just this is a digression anyway. You see, couple deciding that they want to go their separate, and they got a divorce lawyer, and the amount that one was calling, they went back home.
Back home to do what?
They went back home to start they reconsider their life. It's not as if you want to divorce like that. So,
let's sort this issue.
Let's sort it, because in the long run, you see how much a lawyer is asking for. The same thing with therapists. And you look at it and be like, if I have this money you are asking me, if I have it, I will not be depressed. This money this therapy is asking me.
But then again, does that mean that every time someone is depressed, could it be about money?
Yeah, that is I think is a third world problem. The fact that all of our things is centered around money. All of our thinking, all of our problems, all of our worries, all of our lifestyle is about money. So there's anything you want to talk about as a Nigerian.
A percentage?
I mean, when I say everything, as of today, maybe because that is what we lack. A lot of people.
I don't think so.
It is, because if you talk about love, now everybody's talking about love and money.
No.
If you talk about religion, everybody's talking about. Religion. Pastors are talking about. When the pastors talk about blessing, they're talking about money. When people talk about being intentional in love or something, they're talking about money. Like it's centered around money.
That does not mean that every time someone is depressed, it's centered around money.
Yes, some you know, of course, we have some very, very, very clear
and sensitive situations.
Yeah, that I wouldn't talk about here, but generally, when you tell me that you are,
First of all, what would be your
yeah,
first
you
question?
bro.
If I call you that Shegun, I don't think that our next production day, I think we'll have to call. I'm really depressed right now. Well,
First of all, laugh.
you're laughing. Can you see? This is the problem. This is the when you're looking for your enemy, check within your friend.
How about laugh? Because in the recess, it's not as if we don't understand that we can be depressed, or we are even depressed, or we are going through it. But culturally, we're not born to deal with it. We're born to just find a way around it. So we're just finding a way around it, not dealing with it in particular. And I think it's something we need to change. And one of the ways around it that I have discovered to wrap this thing up is, instead of one of those things that leads to depression, basically, is unmet fulfillment. The fulfillment unmet expectation.
Expectations, yeah.
So expectation you placed on yourself, or people have placed on you, and you're not meeting it, and it seems like you're going to let them down. Begins like I've underachieved, and then have I made the right choice? Yes, underachievements, or a sense of I don't believe there's anything like underachievement, basically.
It's a sense
of underachievement, like I've not achieved enough, because in the long run, everybody's running their race. But because
no one is chasing you.
You're not chasing you. So you're just you're the one chasing yourself. So if you look at the end of the year, this is what I'm able to achieve. I'll be fine. So it's particularly crazier for people like us that are in diaspora, because you've left home to feed home. You're not calling.
You're not calling them back home. Please.
Hey, you have a parking.
I have a friend.
You have a parking.
Oh my God.
It is particularly hard for people like us here. I was telling somebody sometimes ago that the reason the pressure is actually crazier here, because when I was back home, toward the tail end of my traveling, when I sold my car, I had to start entering Danfo, and it was not awkward. People in the Danfo, and we talk, everybody's happy. But now that I'm here, I imagine going home and then find myself in Danfo and people see me. No matter how well dressed I am, they look at you and look at is everything okay. Especially people that know you've been out of here, you understand. And there's some situations that they don't expect you anymore to be. Do you understand? It's not as if you're even the one that placed yourself there. There's some house they don't
society.
Do you understand?
That maybe, let's say, societal pressure.
If you're not strong, I know I'm a very strong person.
This is the issue.
Yeah, I know.
This is the problem.
Sincerely, I know I'm a very strong. You cannot pressurize me. I was living in an apartment in Lagos before I traveled, and so after my wedding, even one of my guys told me, one of my people that work with me, junior colleague, told me, money here. But I knew I'm not. But what they were expecting to probably move away from there to somewhere, some other part of Lagos. But because I know my own endpoint, I know what I was planning. There's no point wasting that kind of money. When I'm already planning to leave Nigeria, nobody knew about it. So it was like that for a long time. The few years I maintained that house because it was cheap, and it was helping me to save enough for my Japa stuff. But people didn't understand. So if I wasn't in that frame of mind, I'll probably be depressed. Maybe I was even struggling, even if I was struggling to move away from there, and I didn't have the money. But because they call me Oga, I am feeling bad. I don't know if you understand me. I'm already feeling bad. I'm feeling low of myself and all, and I don't even know. I don't have anybody to tell because everybody's looking up at you. They want you. All of their pride they're bringing into you, and then you can't say no. So from the little that you don't have, you are giving to them. And all. So all this can lead to depression. So understanding that it is okay to say no sometimes if you don't have, and not even trying to explain. Me only. Nobody's going to kill you. Not pressurizing yourself, not putting so much pressure on yourself, and yeah, even if it seems as if this expectation of you is as crazy, give yourself peace.
It's easier said than done.
It is actually easier done as well. Give yourself peace. I understand. Yeah, I know. I'm not a therapist, so don't even start.
I'm not starting.
Don't even start.
Can you imagine?
the best I can do for you now is to pray for you. And you'll be fine.
See,
After camera.
that is the problem.
Prayer works.
Because now, did you hear me say prayer doesn't work now? It actually does. But I feel like in some situation, you still need to talk. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should start talking to every, everybody out there. I'm just saying, even if it's a friend you're talking to and you're so... It's not like you're expecting anything back from the friend. Now, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about general situation where you could find yourself and then you could be depressed. Don't take a situation to cover up that situation. That is what leads to mental issues. Like, for example, right here in the UK, a lot of people are actually going through it. Right? And it's not because they are in the UK, they feel like they are fine. No. They are going through it because this is a new world for them. They don't feel welcome here, which is another thing. Like the new immigration law, everything could lead to mental. So that was what I was pointing out the other time, that sometimes it's just not all about money. It could be something else that is. There are some people in this UK that they've actually seen COS, and then all of a sudden the company, they've revoked the license.
And then they are back to
then you have back to square one.
And it's even worse because you have spent all the money that...
Some people have spent all the money.
And then you now have 60 days or 30 days to change.
Imagine that kind of situation. It could lead to...
A lot of people have sold their house before leaving, and they get here and it's not what they thought. So it's what they ordered for versus what they got.
Properties, not here. Even house, properties.
A lot of properties before getting here.
And so now imagine you now going back to nothing.
And then you can go home, you can leave.
You can't go home because you had a house to yourself before. All of a sudden you sold that house because you were moving to the abroad. And then the greener pasture is not green.
You, so it's not brown. He's not born.
I hate having this session with Shegun, sincerely, because this is a very sensitive topic.
Sorry.
So, after moving to the greener pasture, realize that the other side is not green, is looking like red or burgundy. And right at it, you're like, you know what, I'm a Nigerian, I can survive anywhere. Now, we've seen actually some percentage of people that because they feel like I can't deal with it. No, it's fine. It's okay for you not to be able to deal with it. Sufferness, there's no achievement in sufferness. I used to tell people, which it is what we've learned in Nigeria, which we need to. I won't say let's take it away, but I would say let's keep
minimize it.
Let's minimize it.
And what is that?
For example, I'm telling you now. Shegun, I'm actually going through depression. This thing is happening to me. This thing is happening to me. I'm feeling this way. And then you're coming to me with.
So that's like you want to die.
So that's like you want to die.
Just 1 hour to 1 hour to and fro. You hear my own. I think we're wired that way. You can.
So the moment you say that to somebody that is ready to pour out their heart to
they feel like
you've closed that door, you've shut it. So that person would not even want to open up to anyone again.
No, feel they are not grateful. So you're telling them they are ungrateful. They are ungrateful.
They are ungrateful.
So that you look at other people that you are better than and blah 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 blah. So looking at it,
it's a cultural thing in Nigeria.
Looking at it might look like you are better than me. You're looking better on the outward. But even if you're in the same situation, we're on the same level of everything, financially and everything. The way our brain work is different. The way we're brought up is different. You might even actually be earning more than me, and then for one reason or the other, you're not just fine. And it is okay. So you don't begin to compare outwardly. Compare things of, okay, she's even better. She has this job, she has that job, and me, I'm here, no, I'm doing fine, and she's the one complaining. Do you understand? So we have a way of feeling that way, but no, that is not how it works when it comes to mental health.
There are some little things that could make you feel less overwhelmed as well. Like for me, self-care sometimes. I could just sleep and wake up and then all the thing in my cart, I'm just checking out. I'm just checking it out. It's not because at that point I have that money.
You have it. What did you use to check it out? Okay, you have that money. So what now?
No, sometimes you could have money, and sometimes you could have money that is not available to spend.
Well, how were you able to spend it?
Because at that point, that money could have gone somewhere else, or I could have used it for something else. But because I just feel like I'm overwhelmed, I just want something to take my mind off it.
You're going to give me your key. So I can drop some stuff inside your basket sometimes. So you check it out without.
So I just check some things out now. In the recent, all those things, I might even end up returning them. But at that moment, please give me my stuff. Let me see them. Sometimes I could even buy the size just so I won't wear that clothes. I could buy like oversized or undersized, just because I just want to check out. I just want to feel like, oh, okay, I'm at large. I've arrived. So things like that, small things like that could actually help. Self-care. Some people see self-care as luxury. In this country, they will calculate it to the amount they were paying in Nigeria. All those things would.
You know, some people don't eat African food because it's expensive here.
Yeah.
Since it is expensive, but I don't even want to hear.
Is it that expensive? How much would
it's expensive? Oh.
Wait, hold on. I cook though. I wouldn't say I cook. But sometimes if I want to treat myself, I would treat myself.
That's what I'm saying. See,
a bowl of amala or something is £15 or at most £20.
Do you know, if you go to a Igbo restaurant, do you know how much that £15 is like a platter of different
no, come off it. If you go to a fine dining restaurant,
we are not talking about fine dining. Fine dining is different anyway. Even have you been to African fine dining? You want to I've never been there. There's no way you eat it. £15 anything.
Because why should I go to fine dining? Why?
Do you understand? So I'm saying that African dining is different. It's different. But when it comes to normal canteen, normal buka, do you understand? African food they are very expensive.
Okay.
And even down to raw. If you want to check it, carry £50. Go to African store. Go and shop. Carry that £50. Go to Asda.
Go and shop.
Go and shop. You see,
no.
You see the difference. Do you understand?
That. We understand
so
that one.
Some people will all their life. Maybe once in 3 months or some people even once in 6 months is when they go to African store. It's not as if they enjoy Igbo food though. They are performing British, but they are not.
I would never enjoy it.
That is what they do because it helps them to save money, helps them to give money.
No.
I've decided I'm not going to be used to this lifestyle.
This is what we are saying. Don't. I'm not saying don't explore.
It's not exploring. It's they are saving.
Are you sure they are saving?
They are not exploring anything. They are saving.
People are going through it though.
They are not exploring anything. They are saving up.
Please, just even if it's as soon as you can. See, my mom used to do something while growing up. So anytime my mom collects salary, all of us used to know in the house. Do you know how? Because my mom would be like, I have bills to pay, but you go and buy Motina cold one. You go to the Ikiru now. There is this junction in Ikiru that used to sell pepper soup. You go there, go and buy pepper soup, but koto pepper soup. So the other person will go to almost along what's it called? I can't remember, but it's along that Catholic church. We go and buy.
You don't work up there, no?
I don't know. It's not okay for something. You will go and buy pepper soup from there. My mommy will sit down. My mom will not give any one. All of us will sit down in front of my mom like this, and she will eat that bokoto pepper soup and finish that motina. Maybe the last one we shall collect it. Sometimes maybe if she's filled up enough, she will probably just give you the remaining that you to take. Or if it's the board, you will you shall suck something. But that she will not enjoy her money at that point is a lie. So even if you collect that, maybe that could.
That is how she is probably processing the whole.
Thank you.
Because how do you want me to? Normally, as an adult, you have gone to work every day, 5 days a week, and then you're back, and then all the money that's given you is going into one thing or the other, and by the third day, you're already broke. To start all over again, you're already even borrowing money to pay one or two. Again, it doesn't make sense. You will break down, and somebody is calling you
at home.
Somebody's calling you at home.
And you cannot explain to them.
I even stop explaining. I stop. I don't. Sometimes I'll just ignore you. Just be, anything you want to think. I beg. I want to be fine first. Not some people will understand, and like I said the other time, people that actually understand will not bother you. I mean, people that matter will not bother you. People that matter, like,
because they want you to be okay.
Yes, your mom, your siblings, they don't bother you.
They want you to be okay.
They get it.
I'm so grateful for. I used to say this to my friends. I'm so grateful for my family, not because we are rich.
You are rich. Continue.
I could have said you even know us, but you know us. It's not because we are very, very rich. Let me just use very, very then. Okay. It's not because we are very, very rich, but because they have understood the fact that this person just moved abroad. You have other things you are using your money for as well. So just sit down, settle, relax. Get yourself together. So I hope that some people could actually not place that pressure
on their people.
I really, really hope so, because sometimes they don't even need the money, but because they have somebody abroad.
It's not even an abroad. Yeah, they feel like
it's an entitlement for them.
It's an entitlement issue. Those are those things that can actually cause this.
Yeah, they feel like it's an entitlement for them to collect money from you because.
And not small money. It has to be.
It has to be huge.
Yes, every now and then, because they're already calculating how much you collect per hour.
Exactly.
Calculating how much you collect.
All this information is on Google.
So they will even check.
So they will check. They will convert it to Nigeria naira, and then feel like, so are you not making 2 million, 2.5 million?
In how many days? In how many years? In how many months?
In a month.
Do you understand?
But they've forgotten that they don't calculate. We don't calculate. If you calculate it like that, you run mad.
Yeah.
So
help your people to actually maintain their. If you cannot help them, don't add to it.
Don't add to their problem.
Don't
because mental health in this country has actually opened my eyes to mental health, because like you said when we started this video, if you check majority of Nigerians living in the abroad or even back home, all of us, we are not okay.
Yeah, people are mad. People are actually running mad. The only thing remaining is to remove clothes.
We are not okay. Yeah. And by the time you want to talk to people, it's either they put your problem online, they use you as content, or it's
because that person that's supposed to call is also mad.
Yeah.
And everybody's actually mad, because if you're not mad, you understand how some things are sensitive. People that were engaged online today are mad people. Like someone posted, Jesus. Somebody posted a few weeks ago, I wish I can just see it, and said, my brother is actually mad, like proper mad, that we get him drug every week, and sometimes we fail. We're unable to get the drugs, and then he misbehaves. But the misbehavior, you won't see it. Like, it's only people that are at home with him that understands him. So, and he will just be home with his phone and do it. But we all know that if you talk to him, you won't get anything reasonable from him and stuff like that at that time of the year. And it now ended is that, do you know that this person also is online? I will make comment and you'll be engaging that comment. It's also, imagine my brother making comment that you're engaging and you're not going back and forth with my brother.
With a mad person.
You understand? Without knowing. At work sometimes, so we're attending the customer, these care home people, they go with their service users out sometimes. So this service user came around with the caregiver and they came to buy stuff from us. So the caregiver was, so the man, the service user, obviously a mentally not balanced person, was the one, because they encouraged them to also try to talk to people, and also he was negotiating with my colleague, and my colleague was, this thing this guy was saying does not make sense. So she was arguing with him, and the caregiver was trying to cut her from that.
She's not well.
She's not. This one is not okay. Can't you just? So it was later, at the end of the day, the guy now sharply comes down. You've been arguing with a mad man. You've been arguing with a mad person. So at the end of the day, she just looked at me, say, as long as I won't argue with anybody in this place again, because we all look normal. Because everybody looks normal, but in the long run, we are not fine.
No.
So we need to start understanding the fact that it might not be shown on our face, but many of us are not fine. Even when you feel in fact, you even feel you are fine, you are the most, you probably need the most help. So,
but now it's very tricky. Do you know why I said that? Because if they say you should open up to people, the people you are opening up to
and also mad.
Are also mad. They need mental check as well. But everyone needs mental check. Actually.
Yeah, it's not about
at some
opening up.
point
Actually,
you have to know when to stop. Because one thing happened to me, and I won't call it mental issue, but I was overwhelmed then.
You know, tell me, let me be the judge to call it whatever that it is.
Don't worry. I was overwhelmed, and not because I always challenge myself not to be where I was last year, where I was 2 years ago. So I think that pressure is coming from me. I'm the one pressurizing myself. But right then, right there, I was overwhelmed. So the only escape route for me, do you know, was packing shifts. I was a customer service advisor then. I would do my 9 to 5. At night, I will go for waking night shifts. When I'm back from waking night shift, I will go to my 9 to 5 again. And that was how I was living my life.
You're walking around the clock.
Walking around the clock. Not because I wanted to, but because I was just trying to escape some situations in my life then. So that is not the best way to do it, because that situation, that problem that I was running away from, I met it at the front. Like, oh, okay, oh yeah, I'm here. Where do you want to go? Hey!
Bismillah!
Bismillah, you want it there?
I'm not alright. So I don't know. Yeah, not opening up might not be there. There's no one.
If you can't open up to your friends,
no, it's not one solution fits all. It's not one solution for everything. Sometimes you need to open up. Sometimes you don't need to open up to just anybody. Sometimes you just need to rant about it.
Sometimes you need to see that money, just spend it.
Sometimes you just need to go on vacation. Actually,
even now, I appreciate the fact that some companies in this country, I'm not sure about all the companies, but some companies in this country has done something like mental health therapy for their staffs, that you could actually speak to somebody for free instead of, which is a very good thing if your company offers that. Please don't be shy. Don't shy away from that. Use it. It's there for you. You are paying for it.
Yeah, it's your
entitlement. So use it if your company is offering that. If your company is not, then seek help from outside. If you don't want your friends or your colleagues at work to laugh at you, because sometimes we bring it to work safe, and by that it even helps us. It doesn't help at work. It damages some things at work for us. So if I continue to talk about mental health, I will just keep talking.
I know your experience. I know your experience.
So speak to someone. Don't be overwhelmed.
Just take a break. Take a break sometimes. Yeah.
Do things at your own pace.
That money, just collect. You go and spend it.
Spend the money. See,
on your
check, confirm. Just try this in a month. If you've collected your salary, all those people that you always dash money, don't give them money that month. Spend all that money on yourself first. Use it to do something like feel relaxed, feel fulfilled.
Like,
then they said it is a bottle that has enough water that is going to pour into another. So
yeah, you need to refill to be able to fill people.
Something like that. I don't understand English. Anyways, let's close it now. You didn't close it.
Okay. Let's actually close it. Yeah, subconsciously, I think the entire country, even here, the UK particularly, understand that people are not alright normally. That's why when they see you, the first thing they ask you, "You're right?" Because they know normally you're not. They know that even the person asking is not alright. So let's just keep it going that way. To run this up, I'm going to say that instead of focusing on the end point, on where we're going to, or whatever thing you want to achieve, whatever goal you've set for yourself, it might not happen at the time. Yeah, you might later achieve the goal that you set, but it might not happen at the time that you actually plan that it will happen. So,
but it will eventually happen.
Even if it doesn't happen, enjoy the process. So the little time, those time you're going through those process, the climbing and all, enjoy it, because there are some. In fact, it might be that
it's a learning process for you.
Do you understand? So
a pastor once said something. Now I'm not talking about faith, but a pastor once said something, and I head on to it. He said that the challenges you are going through in this life does not make you who you are, but it's the learning process that's actually made you who you are. So just enjoy the learning process, because that is preparing you for where you are going. Oh my God, preach pastor. I'm so good.
I think what we're saying, what we've both been able to agree on now, is that let's limit our, let's not all the time be result oriented. Let's be process oriented. So sometimes we might not even get the results, but the process of, you learn a lot along the line. You change, a lot of things happen along the line. Enjoy them all, not necessarily the end point all of the time, and you see yourself being fine.
Thank you
so much
for watching. Please subscribe,
follow, share, comment, and all. Bye bye.